Hello, my dear grade 6 students. Today we're gonna start with our anchor text in Unit 5, and it's called From a Long Way Home, page 411 in your reading book. And this is a very interesting story, even though it's a bit long, but I hope you'll enjoy reading it or listening to it as well. So to start with the concept vocabulary in the selection. So as you read the selection, or listen to it, you're gonna come across these words, and they are the following. The first word is deliberate, which is an adjective meaning carefully thought over in advance or planned. The second word is quest. It's a noun meaning long search undertaken in order to find or realize something. Thorough is an adjective meaning including everything possible or careful and complete. Obsessive is an adjective meaning tending to think or worry so much about something that you cannot think about anything else. Intensity is a noun which means great focus or concentration. Um, and finally, relentlessly is an adverb which means without stopping and with determination, done with determination. So our first exercise will be fill in the blanks. So please study these vocab words well. Copy and then copy the sentences also in your copybook and fill in each blank with the most appropriate word from the concept list on the previous page. So at any time you can pause the video in order to copy what you need to copy in your reading copybook. So here are a few sentences, 6 of them. I want you to copy them in your copybook and fill in the blanks, and this would be your first homework. And I'll post for you the due date on the portal as well. Okay, as I said, at any time, pause the video in order to copy the sentences. Talk about the selection a little bit. So to start with, you're gonna read it. Of course, it's related to our theme of exploration. As you read the first selection, we discovered that exploration has to do with finding something new or something that we haven't known before on Earth or in outer space and so on. So what does it mean to be an explorer? Is it only a person who tries to find something new to help others around them? Or does it also include exploring something that you didn't know about yourself as well? So is an explorer someone who goes into unknown territory for the first time, or is it someone who embarks or starts on a journey of discovery related to their own upbringing or their life? Think of these questions as we come to the selection. So our selection is a part of an autobiography. So since it's taken from a longer autobiography, we call it a memoir. So in this memoir, named A Long Way Home, Saru is the writer. So he writes about his own life journey to try to find his way home, or where he was actually from. So he uses obviously first person pronouns since he wrote it about himself and he is the one writing it. And first person pronouns include pronouns such as I and me and my and we. So he shares his own memories of searching for his hometown and his birth family because he was lost when he was little, and then he was adopted by a new family and he had to move to a new country. So when he grew up and he wanted to find out who his real family was, his birth mother, his own brothers and sisters from his own flesh and blood. So he describes the detailed method he used to locate them after decades of separation, because he was in his early 20s when he decided to do this search. And this is a real life story. That's why we call it a memoir as well. At this point in his memoir, Saru has recently graduated from college and he moved to live with his friend Byron. So he had all the time to start looking up information he needed online. So in order to find that, he had to do his search using Google Earth to locate where he was lost, where his family was from, how to go back to his birthplace. And this was all this all happened in India. So imagine it's a huge country with a lot of train railroads, you know. He was lost at a train station. So I'll give you also a summary of the selection to help you out. So as I said, it's a part of a memoir titled A Long Way Home. And the writer here, Saru, talks about his tries, how he was trying to find the town he was born in. He got lost at a train station at the age of 5 and ended up in an orphanage at Calcutta. And he was ultimately adopted by an Australian family later on. As an adult, he decided to search again for his small town using Google Earth. As he began his search, he tried to piece together or put together his early memories of his town. But he quickly realized that trying to search through a list of towns would do him no good because India is such a huge country. So he cannot just locate his birthplace that way. So he started to estimate how long he traveled, and he used that to figure out how far away his village could be from the train station where he was lost. Several nights a week, he used a satellite picture of train lines and stations to see all the possible routes he could have taken. His focus on his search was all consuming and tiring until he was finally able to solve the mystery. So his work was not in vain at the end of it, and he was actually able to reunite with his birth family. Imagine that. That is such a great story. You have to read it. So I want to help you read the selection better. I know it's a long story. It would take you like an hour to read on your own or so. So in order to do that, I started a class on Pearson Realize since you all have an account there. Here's the link to that class. And you all have the same password, which is A capitalized 1234567 8. Please do not change it. The selection on Pearson is about 30 minutes long. As you listen to it, you can have your book in front of you in order to follow as the website reads it for you, okay? So listen for 10 minutes each time so that you won't get bored or confused. And it's really good selection. There's also an amazing movie based on it. So once you finish reading it, I'll tell you the movie's name so you can watch it. Once you, I want you to finish the reading part well, and then solve the comprehension check questions in your copybook. And I'll tell you also on the portal when is the due date for submission. And have a good day.